I would love for our audience to get to know you both a little bit better. Tell us a little bit about your journey and what led you to becoming a sleep consultant.
Was a career nanny pretty much most of my younger years. And then I moved into newborn care and I became a postpartum doula. And my first family was working for a family with twins, and I was in their home and I just absolutely loved it. And I was with them for quite some time, and they still to this day, their kids are much older now, but they share how they feel like I helped them with that foundation of sleep for their little ones. And having twins was so much for them. They expected like they would never sleep again. And then from there, all my friends started having kids and coming to me asking questions about how to help them with sleep or just day to day things, because I had worked with so many families and babies. And one of my friends said to me, "You should be doing this as a job." And I was sort of like, wait, what? Like, that's not a job. And I Googled it and I found a program online. I signed up that day to get my certification, and I just kind of never looked back. I didn't know anything about the business. I didn't know anything at all. I wasn't even a mom yet. And so a lot of my friends would say like, "Oh, well, you'll see how hard this is when you become a mom." And it wasn't like I felt like I had always been looking for what my job was, what my career was, what my passion was. And I knew it was families and babies, but I didn't quite know what until I discovered becoming a sleep coach. And like, I just love talking about sleep so much. I'm the person at the cocktail party talking to the mom in the corner about sleep, and my husband coming over like, talking about sleep again. Or he comes home from work and like, "Hey, I gave somebody your number. Like, we were talking about sleep." And I tried to answer the questions, but I don't know. So they're going to call you. And it just like, it became instantly my passion to help families with sleep.
Awesome. I love that. Alyssa, you want to share your story?
Yeah. So when my son was born, I knew nothing about sleep. And I was home with him for the first 4 months. And we did some of like the basic newborn things, like the easy routine and following wake windows and feeding on a schedule and, all those things. And he was sleeping fairly well overnight. Like I remember some of my other girlfriends at the time, they were getting like 2 to 3 hours of sleep at night. And I was like, my son slept 8 hours last night. Sorry. And at 4 months old, I was looking at going back to work. And I was going to go back full time into a corporate setting. And I was terrified because even though he was doing okay overnight, he was still waking up overnight. I have always needed a lot of sleep. And I had no idea how I was going to function in my job the next day, how I was going to keep that job. And my biggest fear was like, I wore him for the first 4 months for all of his naps. And I couldn't ask our caregivers to also wear him, like when I was gone during the day, to get him down for a nap. So that was my biggest fear, was like, how do I get him to sleep when I'm not home during the day? And so I ended up working with a sleep consultant from the Cradle Coach, and he slept through the night on the second night of sleep training, which was like, it completely changed our lives. I went back to work the following week. I was able to do it fully rested because he was sleeping 12 hours overnight. And I knew that when I was gone during the day, we had a plan for how our caregivers were supposed to address naps. And it just like completely changed our world for us.